Stephen and Sandra. I'm Kirk. Hi, pleasure to meet you both. Welcome aboard. Master Matthew and our lovely Mary Grace, it's a party. Hi, friends, I'm Kirk. I'm Captain Kirk. Hey, you guys want to have some fun? My friends, I know you got a safety briefing. They told me I'm going to go over a couple things with you really quick, and then we're going to go smash a few bugs, okay? It's simple stuff. Seatbelts, check them now. Make sure they're on, secure. Keep them on the whole flight. If they come undone, put them back on. This is a helicopter, Matthew. It's not an airliner. You all want a seatbelt on in my helicopter, and man, I don't want to lose another passenger. First few minutes of flight, the traffic at jets, I'm not even going to talk to you. I'll be working the radar with the tower. You're not going to hear me, but I'm going to promise you right now, Mary Grace, I'm going to do my pilot job. Friends, your job is enjoyed. Go ahead and take some pictures. Airplane mode on your cell cameras, right? I am also shooting video of some good lookers, Sandra. I got y'all from right up here. When we're clear, I'm going to start talking. All in about 5 minutes, it's like a song away. In the meantime, my friends, we're going to be doing a hard climb all the way to the top of a 10,000-foot volcano. Are you ready? Let's make the machine fly. The call sign for today's flight, Stephen, are you with me, bud? The call sign is Aris Niner. If you hear the tower say Aris Niner, that means you're talking to us. Here we go, Stephen. Maui Tower, Aris Center, hat 2, eastbound departure, please.
Aris Center, Maui Tower, departure from the Hammer Roof, main east runway 2, south of runway 5.
South of 5, east 2, on to go, Aris Center. That's our clearance, my friends. Your adventure begins. All right, my friends. Thank you all very much for your patience. How we doing? All right, cool. Anybody's first time in a helicopter? So us three? We got a lot to see on this flight, guys. I'm going to be pointing out lots of different things for you along the way, and I'm going to be telling you all a story or two. Most of the things I'm going to tell you will be true. Air conditioning vents are above you back there, and it's like this one. Turn the dial, adjust the flow, point it where you want it to be cool. If you do it correctly, Stephen, you can be cool like Sandra's cool. We're going to go through some temperature changes as we climb up, guys, and maybe a little bit of weather change, too. Are y'all familiar with how the weather typically works in Maui? Okay, I'm going to put on my weatherman hat right now and give y'all a lesson. From out ahead of us, that's the northeast. The wind comes at us 80% of the year. Hawaiians call it trade winds. You hear that term, trade winds. Trade winds bring big, wet, juicy rain clouds to us. Clouds full of water get pushed up against the rainforest. They're like a big wet sponge. They sit here, and the wind squeezes the rain out of them. And Mary Grace, it's a good squeeze. Everybody enjoys a good squeeze, Mary Grace. You're going to get some bad jokes today, Matthew. I probably should have warned you guys ahead of time. The clouds release here, then float to the other side, that dry side island where the resorts are. Kihei, Wailea, and Makena. Of course, Kihei is special. We call that the landing spot. Y'all know about the landing spot? Matthew, you're enjoying one of the most isolated places on our planet. We're more than 2,000 miles away from everybody and everything. This little bit of paradise is found by Hawaiian demigods. They had title Ali'i Nui. The demigods that possess wisdom, power, knowledge, insight, and energy far above a human. The Hawaiians have a word for it. While you're in Hawaii, you're going to see and hear the word, especially in Maui, the word is mana. Ali'i Nui told the Polynesians, put your families in canoes. Follow us. We will lead you to paradise. And they did it by the hundreds. They paddled canoes across the Pacific, more than 2,500 miles. Can you imagine being in a canoe with your family for a month and a half straight? No compass. They're blindly following their Ali'i Nui using mana. Now they got close, a month and a half in, they still hadn't seen it. They found themselves in big trouble. All the supplies they brought, they had used up. They're beaten up, battered, weak, fearing they'd be lost at sea. According to legend, that's when the color appeared. The Ali'i Nui said, that's it. They turned towards their colors. They paddled hard at color, Sandra. It took 3 more days. And then they landed at Kihei, the landing spot. That's why we call it the landing spot. All the Hawaii that we know started right here on the beach at Maui. Now that is fact, Matthew. Now the legend says the sun god came out of this 10,000-foot volcano with the power of the mana. It lit the rainbows to guide them here. So the aloha began here. The volcano got the name Hale Akala, which translates house of the sun. Friends, have you been up to the top of the volcano already? Then you know this is the easy way to get to the top. The road you took off to your right, the Haleakala Highway, the one they ride the bicycles down, is the steepest highway on earth. They do up to the buildings that are off limits for the general public. We call Science City, where they track our satellites, they look deep into outer space, and do top secret work with the lasers for military. It's serious. Well, you guys probably went was the visitor center right next to it, on a pinnacle at 10,023 feet. Sandra, how's your eyesight? You see the mountain that's directly in front of us above the clouds? Now look above it. See more clouds out there, and then beyond that, there's another mountain. You're looking more than 80 miles away. On the big island of Hawaii, the peak of Mauna Kea. Now you see there's a little bit of a break in the clouds to the right of it there? The peak of Mauna Loa, about 100 miles away. Right between them. That's where all this fog is coming from. The volcano Kilauea flowing lava today. Now normally the trade winds from the left would be blowing this to the south, blowing it away. But the winds have kind of turned around a bit. And although that kind of volcanic smoke, the fog is kind of coming back. It's kind of a unique weather situation. But for us, it gives us an opportunity to look into the crater. We're going to get a wide open view, my friends. This is your national park. And you can explore it. Those mounds inside that look like anthills, Matthew, that's where the lava came out. They're called cinder cones, and they're huge. I mean, you can tell by hiking there. That big one in the middle, it's more than 800 feet tall. The scale is deceiving looking down from the helicopter. During your exploration, Stephen, you're going to see the different colors and textures. Now, the yellow is sulfur. The red is iron oxide, and the black is the basalt. And that's what they found on the moon. Those who know say at one time the moon and Earth collided. And the moon left part of itself here. So our Apollo 11 astronauts trained here before they did the lunar landing. Now, astronauts explain to us. Guys, at this altitude, not only are we above the clouds, and you can really see there's a line here. Up here, we're above the dust, dirt, smoke, and particles. We're now in the pure, fresh air. So up here at night, the sky is like outer space. The black ink is illuminated by the twinkling stars that illuminates the crater. And on those special mornings, the whole crater appears to glow. And if you can get a reservation, and you have to have that, come up to see the sunrise. You're going to see 1,000 colors. And when the sun finally reaches the horizon, in the distance, those clouds, they appear to catch on fire. I mean, it's absolutely breathtaking, my friends. This is the majesty of Haleakala. She is your house of the sun.
Mai ka ikeloha aka ipo. Hao oli ika puwai. Ho holi ili ika poli. No velo ika pili awa.
Nice. What a view. Mary Grace, Matthew, did y'all get your pictures? Me too. So friends, we're going to start the next part of this adventure. Now this part, this is serious, so I need your attention. Because we're about to start a rapid descent. Now as we descend rapidly, the pressure on us is going to build rapidly. If you have pain, and I mean for any reason, I need you guys to tell me. Just tell me. Guys, I've been doing this a long time. I've got tricks. I can help you clear your ears. I'll slow the aircraft down. And so help me goodness, if I have to, Sandra, I'll give you guys sympathy. I'm going to take care of you. Are you a pilot, sir? Yeah. I could tell you knew what you were doing when I made the takeoff. You knew which way we were going and everything else. So if you guys have pain, let me know. I'll take care of you. Now, the only other thing that you might want to do, and you know this, you might want to hold on. I'm asking you to trust me here, guys. Flying now for almost 47 years. I haven't lost a passenger in almost 3 months. I'm on a lucky streak. You guys actually will hold on because your elevator, it'll be going down. Matthew, can you help me out with this? I need you to put one hand on the air for me. One hand. Give me a countdown from 3. I see 3. I see 2. I see 1. And elevator down. Oh, sure. Now you're holding on tight. Good. $1,000,000 years ago, Sandra. 1,000,000 years ago, when I was in high school, I learned how to fly a hang glider. Y'all know what a hang glider is? No motor, guys. I love the pure flying hang glider. When I graduated high school, I found out the bad thing about a hang glider. Mary Grace, you can't make any money flying a hang glider. And you can't take a pretty girl on a date if you ain't got no money. So I learned how to fly an airplane. I was a motorhead back in those days with motorcycles and hot rods. I like going fast. So I found out the bad thing about an airplane. I think you probably found that out too, Stephen. They're boring. I want the ability to move and turn and burn. And that's when I found out about helicopters. Been flying them ever since. Because like a bird, these things are maneuverable. Y'all seen the little bird playing through your garden having fun? I wanted to do that. Can I show you what it's like to do that? I'm going to take care of you, Mary Grace. Do you agree to it, hon? Then may I give you a gift? May I give you a gift, Mary Grace? May I give you all a gift? I want you to look down at the cloud beneath us on our left. What we're looking for, my friends, some colors. Let me know if you see the color in the cloud beneath us on the left. You see it? That's you in a rainbow. How the Polynesians find Maui? They follow the rainbow, the colors, the blessing of mana. So you were a military guy, huh? Private, okay. Wow, you did it like I did. You know, in high school, I had more desire than I had brains. So I was determined to fly. I traded some old motorcycle parts for a hang glider. Drove to the top of the mountain with my truck, and I sit there for a good long time watching the old guys take off. I watched how they're doing it. I gathered up my courage. I strapped on the hang glider. I walked over the cliff, crossed my heart, and I went for it. Started running. I was running and running and running, and then all of a sudden there I was. I was in the air, and I made it. I was falling fast, too. I tried to keep up with the old guys, and they were staying in the air, but not me. I was going down. I was over the landing spot, and then I realized I forgot an important thing. I forgot to study how they were landing. So what I did is I just lined up the helicopter, the hang glider for the landing spot. I was gliding, I was getting closer and closer and closer and closer. The people down there are getting closer. I found the right angle. I came in. I slid in on my knees, man. I pulled all the skin off of my knees. Right in front of everybody, and they're all laughing. They thought it was great. And you know what I was doing? I was laughing because I made it. I flew. I did it. And I looked up and I noticed that the old guys are still flying. Now, they didn't have a motor. How'd they do that? So when the old guys came in and landed, I walked over and said, "Hey, how'd you do that?" And the old guy said, "Boy, if you want to learn how to fly like a bird, you got to learn from birds. There's a lot of hawks out here. Next time you take off, follow a hawk. See what he's doing. See how to ride the wind." And I did it. And I've been doing it ever since. May I show you guys what it's like to fly like a hawk? A little ridge line showing. The trade winds come up this valley from out in the ocean. Sometimes we get a bit of lift off the ridge line. You don't really see it, but you can feel it more than anything else. Now, we don't have a lot of wind today, so there's not a lot of lift. You can kind of feel how the blades are kind of flapping a little bit, kind of pushing us up as we ride along the ridge line. So what we're doing now, my friends, is descending the valley. We're descending now towards the very back of the volcano. If you choose to drive all the way back here, you've committed yourself to a full-day trip. You're not going to find a Starbucks or a McDonald's. What you're going to find back here, my friends, is the beauty of nature. There's a lot of it. As we now make our way in the rain to heavenly Hana. No cell service here, Mary Grace. If Matthew needs the internet, Mary Grace, if Matthew needs the internet, you take him ahead to the Hana Bay. The Hana Hotel, Matthew, the cottages on the right side of the bay. Here you get cell service. Here you get the beauty of nature. We got back here because of local knowledge, Stephen. There's no replacement for local knowledge, and I've been doing tours here in Maui for over 31 years. You don't see any of the other helicopter pilots back there. They've all turned around back there. I want to take you all the way here, guys. I knew what the weather was going to be and show you these old cinder cones. These are flowing lava at one time, now overgrown. And as we approach the next cinder cone ahead, take notice of the vibrant colors. They almost appear to be glowing. Rainforest vegetation that includes papaya, guava, avocado, mango, banana, marijuana. The pigs love it, Sandra. The big boars have been weighed at over 400 pounds. I think it's safe to say the 400-pound pig, probably a happy pig. Ahead, the rainforest is completely exposed. You see all the different stream beds, ravines beneath us, the water making its way down to the ocean. That's why when you drive to Hana, you're going to have to cross over 56 one-lane bridges to get across every single one of these guys. Has anyone driven to Hana? Have you heard about it? Tomorrow. You want to start early, you're going to end late, you're going to be exhausted, and you're going to be glad you did it. Typical drive speed through the eucalyptus trees ahead is only about 25 miles an hour. It's tight, it's twisty, and it's absolutely beautiful. Every time my friends visit from the mainland, Mary Grace, when they come to visit, I drive into Hana. I did it again just a couple weeks ago. I always enjoy the drive. I'm not necessarily fond with the guy that's out here. Now, you're going to have to deal with that guy, Steve, and he's here every single day. That guy's going to be in a car in front of you going slower than you want to go, and he's not going to let you get around him on that tight road. Now, I would not be surprised, my friend, if he stops on a bridge in front of you and makes you wait while he sits there and takes a picture. I know this to be true, Mary Grace, because like you, I also like taking pictures. Sometimes I am that guy. I'll show you why, guys. Take you down. I'll show you the road. I'll show you one of the bridges to cross. Then we're going to do something really cool, Stephen. Because it's clear, we're going to fly up the stream bed. There's beautiful stream beds, waterfalls, and pools. I am now on a mission to find you couples a good swimming hole. Highway beneath us, banking to the left. One of the bridges to cross. Not too much traffic right now. Here we go. Pool to pool to pool. Now there's plenty of pools now, so you got some options, you got some choices, buddy. So when you're looking around, take your time. Be choosy. Find the perfect pool for you two. You don't want to be bathing with a 400-pound pig. You know what, gentlemen? I think it's time to take the ladies to the goddess pool. The goddess pools, ladies, the beneath us on the left. Here we go. Now, while you beauties are bathing in that pool, I know what Stephen and Matthew are going to do, because they're guys, and they're going to do what guys do for girls. They're going to show off. So what I see, Stephen, Matthew, you guys over here to your right, performing your Olympic diving skill off this 80-footer. Olympic diving skill, man. I've been in training for years and years, Steve. I finally perfected my dive. I call it cannonball. You know cannonball, buddy? Support? Now, typically, Matthew, when I show you the ancient lava flow, I show it to you from way down there. You couldn't get up into here. There'd be a rain cloud. But because of the way the weather is, we're taking advantage of it. We'll climb up it, and we're going to do something really cool. We're actually going to descend into the Kenai Valley, turn, and then follow the ancient lava flow down the hill. We'll be flying over 100-foot tall mango trees, a lot of friggin' mangoes. Now, Miss Sandra, did you guys bring your imagination with you? Imagination? We're going to put it to the test as we now start our descent into Kenai Valley. Oh my gosh, Sandra, look up the hill to the left. The lava's coming at us now. It's red and white hot. Smoke and steam and exploding. It's destroying the mango beneath us. It's coming down at speed. It's making its way down the Kenai. It's trying to catch us, but it can't, because right now, y'all sitting in the helicopter accelerating. We're getting close to 150 miles per hour. We'd be jamming over mangoes. A lot of mango. Now we started to climb out of Kenai. Starting to climb out of over the old canal system. Now back in the day when Maui was producing sugar, they needed a lot of water. It takes over a ton of water to make one little pound of sugar. So they need a lot of it. An incredible feat of labor and engineering. They diverted these waters all the way to the other side of the island. A feat that could not be duplicated. About 10 years ago or so, the old CNA sugarcane mill closed down. Now the waterfalls flow freely again, like these 1,200 footers. Steven. Where do you two live? Where do you call home? Alaska. Oh, it must be incredible flying up there, huh? What type of helicopter did you fly? Oh, 412, yeah. I got a bit of time at a 212. Yeah. How about you two, Mary Grace? Where's your home? Chicago, okay. I originally came from Los Angeles, guys. I found this place is a different world. 1993, I came here. It was supposed to be a 3-month temporary job. I've been here now more than 31 years. It's easy to fall in love with Hawaii. So, I'm going to do something here that may be considered a little bit selfish on my part, but I do with a good heart and good intention. What I'm going to do, friends, is now take you to the North Shore. We're going to take the shoreline back home on the way back to the airport. As we fly along, you're going to see some gorgeous estates. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to look around as we fly along, find that beautiful place you'd like, then I'm going to ask you to go down there and make an offer on it. This is the part of the tour, Sandra, where I turn into Mr. Rogers and I'm going to ask the question, will you be my neighbor? Well, let's go down there, friends, and see if we can find you a home on the island. And we step off the North Shore. Way all beneath us on the left. Do you see my finger point? 10 o'clock position, moving to 9 o'clock, straight down. Just beneath the surface. In the middle of the sea.
Radar contact squawk 0377.
0377.
There's Sandra, enter right down for the hat. Any of the hat be at your own risk. Remain East runway 2.
Welcome. Guys, I'm going to point out something here real quick. Right off the nose of the aircraft right here in the wintertime, this is where it happens. The big wave. It only comes to us once or twice a year. We're lucky. The very best surfers in the world hop on airplanes. They try to get here in enough time to get into the contest. They get us on the cliff line where that dirt spot is on the cliff. Right there with the mothers. The mothers, you always tell their mothers because they're holding on to their binoculars and biting their fingernails. Because their babies are down here waiting for the big wave, knowing that if they take off on a wave that goes to 60-foot tall and bigger, and they fall on the face of it, good chance they're going to drown. It's a wave they've affectionately given the name Jaws. World famous in the surfing industry. You see it referenced here in the island of Maui. They're very proud of it. Now, our actual favorite surf spot is where the Golden Sand Beach happens, just ahead of us. Now, the parking lot on the cliff to this side of the beach is where you could sit there and have a little bit of breakfast or appetizer or drink. You're so close to surfers, you can actually see the whites of their eyes when they wipe out. It's a cool vantage point. It's about a mile past the hippie surfer town of Paia. You're going to go through Paia tomorrow, Stephen, when you go to Hana. That's a great spot to have your breakfast, a cup of coffee, or hang out in the corner with a camera and do some weirdo watching. If you need something a little more substantial than a snack, you can go to where the houses start just ahead of us. Ho'okipa Beach Park. I'm sorry, Mama's Fish House. Mama's Fish House. You guys like seafood? I mean, it's gourmet seafood. The meals are wonderful. The ambiance is beautiful. And when you get done with your meal, all you have to do is pay for it with bars of gold. Because it's stupid. I mean, ridiculously expensive. And packed with people every day. That's Mama's. So look at all the surfers in the water. Not much of a lot of way of surf at the moment. But man, surfers are hungry. Look at all these guys out here. And where I came from, in Los Angeles, where the water is gray, look at the colors here. Blues, greens, aquas, deep purples. I sit there on the board, my feet dangling, and just mesmerized by the tropical fish and the reef right beneath your feet. You guys like seafood? Okay, I'm going to give you a little gift then. When you live here in Maui, you have to figure out how to save $1. This place is freaking expensive. Right on the corner of Paia, again, 3 miles from where you park, there's only 2 corners, you can't miss it. Paia Fish Market. That's a corner. It's kind of a hole-in-the-wall, kind of a cafe restaurant. I mean, they use park benches for the table seating. But the food is delicious, and it's a good quality, and we're talking like food truck prices. So that's my gift to you guys. I really like their french fries. They're really good, too. Go for a walk on the beautiful, soft, golden sand beach. Baldwin Park Beach is just right down here. It's gorgeous. The turtles will be bathing in the sunshine on the right side of the beach right over here. As for us guys, we're moving into jet traffic. I'm going to have to get back to doing my job. I've only got a moment. I'm going to spend it right now and say thank you for sharing your precious time, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm going to ask you to hang loose. I'll be back with you after we do our touchdown.
What a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by.
perfect there. We made it. Now here comes ground crew to assist you out at a Hawaiian Lightspeed. They're going to assist you. I'm going to ask your friends to please follow their lead and direction. That's how we're going to keep you safe. Make sure you got your personals. If you have everything, now's the time. Your seatbelt and headset can come off. And again, friends, thank you very much.